the show's so good this season.
Thank
You guys,
you.
I love where this is taking us. One of my favorite things is Isla is written, she's developed to be, she can be uncertain without being incapable, but she's also capable without being a battle axe.
Oh, that's
Wow,
nice.
I like that.
And I really like how she just stands in, like, I hate this saying, but she stands in her power. And she knows what to do.
I love that. I mean,
We should steal that.
we should. I was like, could you tweet that for us?
Or I could write that.
Battle axe is also a very funny phrase. Yeah, my wife's a real battle axe.
Yeah.
What
say on the
what
show?
was your hope for this second season? Because bringing Ray Romano in changes a lot of stuff. He's a different energy.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, I feel like we were happy with season 1, and so we wanted to stay in that tone and that world while giving Kate, Isla, bigger challenges and bringing the family together more for a lot, because they just have such great conflict, but also like love for each other.
And we had a big coach size hole. And, you know, we kind of, at the end of season 1, said goodbye to Jay Ellis, who is one of the best looking men in the world. Body is a 10 out of 10, incredible peak athlete.
Okay.
And the only natural replacement for that is Ray Romano.
Yeah.
And
understand
so we asked Ray, we were fans of his, we asked him to send some shirtless pics.
He had them locked and loaded.
There you go.
He sent them ahead of time.
There you go. I'm gonna send you like a cascade of photos.
But no, we were all huge fans of Ray's.
Yeah.
And when we found out,
But he was funny because we were hiring him for his body.
we were hiring
Yeah,
just for
yeah.
his body and overt sexuality. But it turns out he's a very funny actor.
Very funny guy. We also really loved Thoreau was so funny. Justin Thoreau was so funny last season, but he was in rehab for a lot of it. And the opportunity, I mean, he's one of the funniest people
Yes.
I think we've ever worked with.
One of the funniest actors
and
ever.
he always wants it to be funnier, which is so great. Another good-looking guy.
He's okay.
He's just okay.
He's fine.
No
fine.
Ray.
He's no Ray.
He's no Ray. So having him be like in the fold and in all the family meetings, and that character is so impatient and so rude to his younger siblings. It's just a joy to write for something. And Justin just wants more. He's like such a comedian.
Yeah.
Well, he's so good at being the villain he doesn't realize he is.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But was it for you, like, as writing, you know, these people, getting them at the table so frequently and getting them to interact more than they got to last year, that must have been a dream, because every one of them shows up with like Olympian level comedy skills.
Yeah, my favorite scenes on the show are definitely like boardroom, the siblings, plus siblings Thoreau and Ray and Brenda. Like everyone's there. Everyone's kind of annoyed with each other. Those scenes are the most fun to write, just because it's like joke. And the characters there's a lot of depth and a lot of love for each other, because they are a family in the end of the day, even though they say horrible things to each other. So those are my favorite scenes in the show.
Damien, I don't know if this is true of all comedy shows, but when a cast is as tight as this cast is, often the best scenes are conflict scenes, because it's so the opposite of what the natural dynamic is. And so when the characters are fighting with each other, I think they're some of the funniest days on set.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I think.
And when we had so much time going back to season 1 to get to know the family, that they all have such deep history together, and they all have the same wound of this father that never like gave them the proper love. And so there's just such a well to go to for all of them of how they're going to react to things.
The only thing is you have to allot more time for those scenes, because they are
Yes.
breaking and like trying to outclass each other, and it's really funny, but they take 30 minutes longer than a normal scene.
Yeah.
Just because they're like all trying to see who can make Kate laugh the hardest, I think.
Well, and also the feminist slant of the show, which I don't think anyone has really picked up on, the fact is like sort of what I started with. Isla and Allie, they're not the shrill ones. They're not the hysterical ones. It's the guys. They're disasters. And I don't think they understand that they elevate the hysteria in the room with all those fighting scenes, which I absolutely love. But I also love how you're getting to a lot more heart amongst these people, especially the Ali Isla stuff.
Yeah. Well, their dynamic is I'm so happy you brought that up, because the dynamic between Ali and Isla's character is directly pulled from Jeannie and Linda, who are executive producers on the show and were the ones that thought this show should be their world should be a show. And I think like one of the juiciest things about the show being sort of loosely based on Jeannie's life is the fact that like she has to deal with all of these people in her immediate family. Like Jeannie has these crazy stories and we get to dramatize it all, but that it's like, how do you deal with someone professionally who you have this relationship with, but that you deeply, deeply get annoyed with? And Jeannie does it with such grace, but our characters do it with far less, and that's what makes it so much fun to write.
Yeah, after last season, we established this dynamic between Ali and Isla, where they are ride or die best friends, and Ali is like committed to helping her friend. And we thought it'd be fun at the start of season 2 if we kind of mess with that a little bit. And like, what if Isla was taking her for granted a little bit? And what if Ali was being a little impatient? And sometimes with friendships, like if the fire's not put out, if it's not squashed, it can kind of fester and blow up. So we wanted to see like what would happen if the one dynamic you can count on in this show kind of got rocky for a minute. And so we had a lot of fun with those
And
episodes.
I relate to that personally because I feel like you guys take me for granted a lot.
Yes,
What?
we had that. We need that to have that blow up to clear the air.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. She's done talking for the rest of the interview now, okay? Now it's me and Dave's turn. What is, oh
They
my
don't
God.
have candles.
Mindy Project Prayer Candle.
I'm a religious figure, sir.
Yeah.
I'll have you know. You know the Dalai Lama, the Pope.
Damien,
Mindy Lahiri.
where did you
Mindy
get Mindy Lahiri?
I made them and I sold them on Etsy, okay?
It sits with the Kelly Funko.
Okay.
Are you getting a piece of all that? I hope
You guys
so.
understand?
I'm very rich off my
Mindy Kaling
Funko.
super fan right here.
It's my favorite.